we can split these up. If I have the nth root of a times b, I can split it up into the nth root of a times the nth root of b. And same thing with division. If I have the nth root of the ratio a over b, I can split up into the nth root of a over the nth root of b. So that's nice to know. There's quite a bit of power in being able to do that, split those up. I can put them together. If they're split up, I can put them together as one, and sometimes it makes it much easier to come up with a nice answer. So that's good. Same thing happens with the fraction. I'm going to simplify this expression the best I can, and the idea here is don't use a calculator. Okay, that's not our goal here. Our goal is to see what we can do. You see that I have the ninth root for both of these, so I'm going to say the ninth root of 64 to the fifth times 64 to the second. And so that's going to be the ninth root of 64 to the seventh. Okay? And the fourth root of 4 to the third. I would say this is the basic answer, and that would be enough. Now, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. But if you wanted to stop there, I'd be like, oh, okay, you understand what we can do here. We can multiply the 64s together, and I add their exponents. I get 64 to the seventh. I think that's all this problem wanted. However, let me show you something else. I want to go a little further. I have the ninth root of 64. Now, 64 is 2 to the sixth. If I say 2 times 2, 6 times, I'm going to get 64, and it's to the seventh power. And also on the bottom, I can say 4 is 2 to the second power, and then that's to the third. So what do? This is the only time I get to multiply my exponents. And so what I can do here is I can say 2 to the 42nd. It's 2 times itself 42 times. Wow. And now the fourth root of 2 to the sixth. All right, now here's the thing. The ninth root, we were talking maybe a little while ago about finding twins and triplets. Now we're looking for groups of 9. How many groups of 9 can I get out of 42? Well, 9 goes into 42 how many times? 4 times, right? All right. So that means I can say 2 to the 36 times 2 to the sixth, right? And this is the ninth root. And then down here, I'm looking for groups of 4. So let me find a group of 4. I have 2 to the fourth times 2 to the 2. All right. Now, how many groups of 9 do I have with the 2 to the 36? There's 4. There's 4 groups. And for every single group of 9, I get to take 1 out. So what I now have is 2 to the fourth. Inside, that looks like 2 to the 36th. But on the outside, it's 2 to the fourth. Okay. And what's left inside? Well, those 6. They don't make up a group of 9, so they have to stay inside. And so let's see. What comes out on the bottom? Here's one group of 4. 2 times... highlight it. There's one group of 4. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So that gets to come out as 1, 2. 2 to the 1. Inside, it's 2 to the 4. And then the fourth root of 2 squared. All right, so one of these 2's is going to cancel the one on the top, right? So now it's going to be 3. I don't think I want to get rid of that. But so I have 2 to the 3 on top, which is 8, times the ninth root of, what's 2 to the sixth? Well, that's 64. That's 164 that got trapped inside. You'd think, but I'm looking for groups of 9 2's, and that's just not enough. Wow, it seems like it should be. And then on the bottom, I have the 2 canceled, so now I have the fourth root of 4. And I think that's as far as I can take it. So did I probably take it way further than they intended? Yes, probably so. But anyway, there's my extreme answer. am I happy if you saw this much? Yes. This is sufficient right here. But if you wanted to keep going, this is extra. All right. So anyway, we can keep going with our rules. So I'm sorry. That's probably just overdoing it to a ridiculous degree. Okay. So we have 16. Now, I can write that 16 in a way that makes it better for me. I can say, well, first of all, let me do this. I'm allowed to put these together because they both have the third root, right? They both have the third root. So I can let's just go ahead and combine them. Why not? So I'm going to say this equals, why didn't I put equals up here? Okay, I have 16 times 4. Why not just put them together? There we go. To the third root. I'm allowed to, as long as it's the same base, as long as it's the same root here, the index number out here, as long as that is the same, I'm good. So now let's think about what's inside. Well, I have, instead of multiplying them together, let me just say 4 times 4 is 16 times 4. Hey, there's 3 of those, and I'm looking for 3s. Look, I'm looking for 3, groups of 3. So one of these 4s is going to come out. And that answer is way more satisfying. And I'm not tempted to go and make it all crazy. That's just the answer. So there we go. Too much.